There was a gravity sensor beneath the mask. One careless move would trigger the alarm. Ruth carefully inserted the knife, pressed down on the sensor and gently removed the mask. Then she spit out her chewing gum and stuck it in place above, then retreated along the original route. The entire operation was smooth as silk. When the security guard came to check, his eyes widened in absolute horror. The $2 billion mask had vanished into thin air. The museum alarms blared loudly, but the two had already successfully escaped. Although they made a fortune, Ruth still didn't want to quit. She absolutely loved this thrilling feeling. Soon she locked onto a new target, an international bank. When Ivan learned the news, he wasn't calm anymore. He thought what Ruth was doing was too dangerous. Bank security couldn't be compared to museum security. After hearing this, Ruth pondered briefly. She asked Ivan, $60 billion, you really won't consider it? Ivan obviously couldn't resist the temptation. The international bank was located on the 86th floor of the Twin Towers. Getting up there required two things. First was the chairman's retinal scan. Second was an access card. Ruth had already prepared the retinal scan. A few days ago, she hired a guy to injure the chairman's eye and successfully copied it when he went for medical treatment. The access card was also traded from a gang using the mask. They had the right place and the right people. All that was left was the right time. The bank would restart its central processor for 30 seconds during New Year's, so they had to move fast and transfer the assets within 30 seconds. To pull off this deception, with the general plan confirmed, Ivan disguised himself as a tourist to case the joint and began drawing blueprints. After a simple rehearsal, the plan officially began. Ruth first dressed glamorously to attend a party, while Ivan disguised himself as a worker and infiltrated the building. Then he installed electromagnetic jammers at the control center. Everything was ready. The two met up in an elevator. At this point, police were already watching them through surveillance. There were rumors they were master thieves, but without evidence, they couldn't make arrests. The old man seemed to know someone was watching, and very calmly told Ruth to relax. They pretended nothing was wrong and walked out of the elevator. After checking the time, they went back in. What the police didn't know was that the monitors had been jammed. The footage was frozen at 11:50. The two inserted the access card and successfully reached the 86th floor where the bank was located. Looking at the hallway, Ivan pulled out a device to scan. Sure enough, there were lasers here too. But this was no challenge for the two of them. Ruth grabbed two spray bottles and sprayed directly. The lasers appeared intermittently. Ivan decisively grabbed Ruth's waist, and they safely passed through one after the other. In front of the combination lock, they used a makeup brush, and fingerprints instantly appeared. They successfully cracked it based on the sequence. After entering the room, Ruth put on glasses and passed through the retinal scanner, using the highest clearance to successfully start the program. They connected the data cable. Just as the time reached 12 o'clock, people outside were celebrating the new year, and they were celebrating their future too. Just when they thought they had succeeded, an accident happened. Ruth accidentally unplugged the wrong port, triggering the alarm. Ivan quickly grabbed the disc with the money, and Ruth fled frantically.